We have all dealt with some type of self-esteem issues in our lives. Loving yourself can come across as selfish in a society where putting other people and things before yourself is the norm. In actuality, self-love is important for our sanity and our mental health. For the best self-care tips and tricks for total wellness, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video every Sunday. Oh, does it feel good to be back in my area, in my spot, and to be back home. As much as I love to travel, I do like being home as well. But I do feel like traveling again, and I'll be out of the country again in another few weeks. So today I am batching. How many of us can truly say that we love ourselves wholeheartedly? It can be so easy to look at our flaws and insecurities and reasons why we don't like ourselves. Many of us put things and people ahead of ourselves, whether it's work, our children, our husband, family members, going out with friends. It's so many things that you can do in your day before taking time for yourself. This can often result in low energy, feeling drained, feeling like you're always giving more than what you receive, and uninspired. In this video, I'll be giving you 6 tips to help you love yourself and be more confident. These are literally the tips I use to help me love myself more and be more confident. If you're interested in learning these tips, keep watching. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to forgive yourself for your mistakes. We all make mistakes in life. We're not perfect. But what's great is that we have the power of forgiveness. Sometimes we can allow our mistakes to bring down our self-esteem, and it's hard to get ourselves out of that feeling. So tip number 1 is to forgive yourself. Feel and acknowledge the things that you've been holding on to, and know that these mistakes do not make you. Any poor choices that you've made in the past does not define who you are. Reflect on those mistakes, feel them through, and create a new story. Tip number 2 on how to love yourself is to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say all the things that you love about yourself. So I've been telling you on this channel how vibrations are so important. Gratitude is a known technique that I keep telling you guys about that allows us to bring in more good things. So if we look ourselves in the mirror every day and say all the great things that we love about ourselves, we can raise our vibrations and feel better about ourselves immediately. Some phrases that you can say to yourself is, I love myself exactly how I am. I was made in the image and likeness of God, and I am perfect the way that I am. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to read self-love, self-care books. One of the books that I love is The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. I love this book. I've read it twice. And this book really helped me to identify what true self-love is. What does it mean to really love yourself? This is one of my favorite books. I'll link the book in the description below. Tip number 4. Ooh, so this next tip is big. This is probably one of the hardest tips that I had to acknowledge for myself. Tip number 4 is learn how to say no. No, 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 no. Saying no is self-love. Having boundaries is self-love. Having boundaries and learning how to say no saved me from being people's doormat. I'll choose for myself what I want to do and what I do not want to do. And I'll say no when it doesn't feel right to me. You can say no in a nice way. Someone asks you to do something, be like, no, honestly, I can't right now. I can't do it. I have some things going on and I can't right now. Say no and be unapologetic. We can't please everybody. Say no unapologetically and keep it moving. Sorry, not sorry. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 is to give yourself credit where credit is due and to celebrate your accomplishments. Remember this, you're a badass. Celebrate every accomplishment, no matter how small or big. One thing for me, any small little accomplishment, I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to go out for dinner, go out with my friends, go see my family and celebrate that and realize that it takes work to accomplish our goals. And once we accomplish them, we should celebrate them and be happy that we've achieved it. Tip number 6. So my last and final tip is to have some alone time. Take yourself out sometimes. Alone time is very therapeutic to be able to reflect. I'm personally a slow processor, so it may take me a couple of days to process things, process an experience, and really learn and see the lesson in them. When I take time to be alone, I gain clarity and able to process things, so moving forward, I don't make the same mistakes, or I realize something that I did good that I should continue to do. One way I do this is by meditating and clearing my mind. There'll be a card popping up, and the description will have the link to that video. Now that you know how to love yourself and be more confident, how do you love your body and accept it for the way it is right now? Stay tuned for my next video where I talk about how to love your body and accept it the way it is now. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that watch these videos. And if this video resonated with you, comment down below self-love, and also let me know some tips that you use to show yourself some love and to be confident. Until next time, remember, change starts in your mind. You change your mind and you change your whole life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.